The motorcycle is the best part of 25 years old now, and I've got absolutely no paperwork to prove the calipers have ever been rebuilt. And to be fair, once you see the condition of the pistons, you don't really need a service record to know what's going on. The corrosion tells its own story. The Honda SP1 wasn't just another big V-twin road bike. Honda built it as a homologation machine to go racing. Proper world superbike intentions. A big 999cc fuel-injected V-twin with gear-driven cams. Seriously trick chassis and that very Honda does it properly feel when everything's working as it should. And brakes are a massive part of that. When your calipers are tired, you can have the engine and suspension in the world, but the bike just doesn't feel right. Now it's very cold in my workshop today, proper cold, and I'll admit I'm influenced by my method of piston removal. Normally, a lot of people will use hydraulic pressure, either refitting the caliper and pumping the brake lever, or using compressed air. Both work, but today I chose to pull the pistons mechanically with a tool. It takes a bit of effort, it's a lot more physical, but I fancied using the tool, and if the temperature's trying to turn my hands into ice, a bit of graft gets the blood moving. Call it workshop central heating. As I start pulling things apart, the first aim is simple. Get everything apart in a controlled way and don't damage anything that can be reused. Brake calipers are one of those components where close enough doesn't exist. A tiny nick, a bit of grit, a seal twisted the wrong way, and that can turn into a really sticky piston, a dragging brake, or a lever feel that just never inspires confidence. Once the pistons are out, you can really see what you're dealing with. On a healthy piston, the surface that runs through the seals should be smooth, clean metal, no pitting, no crust. But on these, you can see the corrosion on the piston walls, and it's more than just cosmetic. Here's why corrosion on a caliper piston is such a problem. Inside the caliper bore, you've got 2 seals per piston. People often call them O-rings, but they're square section seals. In most bike calipers, the first one, the furthest in, nearest the fluid side, is the hydraulic pressure seal. This is the one that actually seals the brake fluid and also does something quite clever. When you pull the lever, the piston moves outward and the seal deforms slightly as the piston slides. When you release the lever, the seal's elasticity helps the piston back a fraction. That tiny rollback is what stops the pads dragging constantly on your brake disc. The second seal, smaller, thinner, near the outside, is the dust seal. Its job is to keep road grime, salt, and moisture out of the bore in the first place. Because once contamination gets past this seal, it's going to sit in the grooves, attracting moisture. You'll get corrosion, and corrosion, it isn't passive, it grows. It expands and it starts physically occupying space in the seal groove and on the piston surfaces. First, the piston is no longer a smooth sliding surface. The seal has to drag over roughness, which increases friction. That's when pistons start sticking. Either they don't come out smoothly when you brake, or more commonly, they don't retract cleanly when you release the lever. So after the pistons are out, it's on to cleaning. This is the bit I genuinely enjoy, because you go from old neglected component to something you can trust again. I'm cleaning the caliper bodies thoroughly, getting all the old grime out and paying particular attention to the seal grooves, because that's where the problem lives. You can have calipers that look decent from the outside, and mine did, but the grooves inside are furry with oxidization and brake dust. If you fit new seals into dirty grooves, you're basically rebuilding a caliper on top of a fault. And I'm doing both front calipers the same way. There's no point doing one properly and one good enough. Brakes work as a pair, and on a motorcycle like this, symmetry matters. Feel, performance, and even how the pads contact the disc. Second, corrosion can build up where the dust seal sits. Now that pushes the seal tighter against the piston than it was designed to be. It's like putting the piston in a slightly undersized hole. Everything becomes tight and reluctant. And third, if the piston is pitted where it runs past the hydraulic seal, you can end up with fluid leaking or a seal that gets chewed up over time. Sometimes you'll rebuild a caliper, reuse a questionable piston, and it will feel fine. Then a few months later it starts weeping, or the piston starts binding again because the surface is just too far gone. The symptoms on the motorcycle can be subtle at first. A brake lever that feels maybe wooden, or the pads start wearing unevenly, but as it gets worse, you can end up with pad drag. The discs running hotter than they should, the brake fluid starting to cook, and that horrible situation where the brake starts to fade because you've essentially turned your front end into a heat generator. Not ideal on any bike, especially not on an SP1, which is meant to be sharp. This is also where my day job mindset kicks in. The way I look at it, whether it's on my own SP1 or a customer's pride and joy, the standards stay the same. Clean everything like it's going back on a bike you care about. Because it is. Quality workmanship isn't about making it look nice on the workbench. It's about building something that works properly for years, not weeks. By the time everything's stripped and cleaned, you get a moment of decision making that always happens on older components. And that is, how far do you take this? In my case, once I've got the calipers apart and I'm looking at them properly, I decide right at the end that I'm going to send the split caliper halves away to have the gold powder coat renewed. The factory finish on these SP1 calipers is part of the motorcycle's character, and if I'm going to rebuild them, I want them to look and function fantastically when they go back on. There's something brilliant about opening the garage and seeing parts that look as good as they perform. The last question is pistons. I'm still deciding whether to replace them. Reusing pistons is fine if the sealing surfaces are genuinely good, clean, smooth, no pitting where it matters. But if the corrosion has left roughness in the wrong areas, new seals won't magically fix a damaged sliding surface. Sometimes the right answer is, don't overthink it, just fit new pistons and I'll know it's sorted. So that's where we're at. Both front calipers stripped, cleaned, assessed, and the plan is a fresh finish on the caliper halves before a careful rebuild. It's one of those jobs that takes time. It certainly makes a mess and absolutely pays you back the first time you squeeze the lever and everything feels crisp, even and confidence inspiring, especially on how an SP1 should feel. And honestly, in a freezing workshop, it's a pretty good way to keep warm too.